Going to Tulum? Don't stay here. See it half filled, and I could just see the water looking filthy as well. And I saw you see what's there: animals, waste, and loose.
It's almost like they haven't put any money back into the rooms to keep them fresh. And
I see some of them, they were just in some bad shape, disrepair, moldy.
Yep.
Just not something that I would lie on and relax. It's not. So guys, we're in Tulum. Man, we really had a great time so far until then. So we started out basically at an all-inclusive. So we wanted the all-inclusive experience, and we also wanted a boutique resort on the beach with a beach club experience as well. All-inclusive, really enjoyed that. Not so much when we got to Papaya Project. It was horrible.
disaster.
So online the pictures seemed great. Seemed like a great resort, boutique, really nice and hip. Fully aware that on Saturday nights they have a really nice party there. So it's a hip place as well. And it has a more mellow beach club most of the other times. But you know, it's a really expensive hotel. Sometimes $400 to $1,000 for the first 2 category rooms. So I utilize Marriott points because it's a good value. And my expectation, whether it's Hilton, Marriott, IHG, or Hyatt, the standards are normally higher.
The check-in now, you know, it wasn't the best, but it was okay. So it didn't feel as welcomed, like as would have hoped. Like you normally, as a great check-in, they may give you like a warm or cold towel, maybe a welcome drink. But even without that, at least they'll ask you, hey, welcome to our property. How was your flight? And you know, first time here, none of that was done.
Nothing.
So in any event, I was thinking, well, this property looks a little bit worn just by the lobby area or the welcoming area. But then we got to the room and the sheer disappointment.
Absolutely.
Understand that they're going for like the rustic look, which is okay. You know, it's in the jungle, which is fine. You got the whole chalet feel, but inside it just didn't seem very fresh, didn't seem very clean. And then furthermore, like for example, the fire detector, that was missing.
Oh yeah, it's broken. No smoke detector, guys, just a spot.
Yeah, and then the door towards the patio side, the back side, I mean, Marvin couldn't get that to work.
You had to jiggle it a little bit, and the guy came and said, oh, you gotta ease it up and pull it forward. After a while, I kind of figured it out, but it's not how a lock's supposed to work.
Right, so that was interesting in itself.
This door is busted. No way I'm staying here. Furniture and stuff, this is dated. I know they're going for a rusted look, but this stuff is in need of a renovation. I don't know, what do you think about this place, hon?
Good project gone bad. And then the room, the lighting was so poor that we really couldn't see much of anything.
The room didn't smell fresh either.
Right, so, and then you went upstairs and...
Oh yeah, I went upstairs, guys, and I was like, man, it was filthy. You look at they have a plunge pool that's on top. It just seems really dirty. Even it was getting a little bit darker. It wasn't dark yet, you could still see, but I could look in that plunge pool and said, nah, I'm not going in that water. And if I'm not going in there, Anne-Marie surely isn't going in that water, because it had a lot of contaminants. You could see some floating things, and it didn't look clear. Also, they had a couple of chairs, like beanbag type chairs up there, and it was just disgusting, really filthy. I'll put a couple pictures that you can see what it looked like. They came by, they tried to change it, and the guy actually didn't have enough covers, so he changed one, and then another one, he ran out of covers, but it was... someone had put a cover up and cover up and cover, and it was in such disrepair that he couldn't take off the last cover because you could see the stuffing. So it's a bad situation.
Now we debated. So it's dark and we're saying, hey, do we stay here tonight and try to rough through it? Or, do we try and find another property real quick, very spontaneous. And it's around 7 o'clock by now. So Marvin and I decided, hey, we're gonna go downstairs and say, hey, we need a different room because we just didn't feel comfortable in this particular one.
We weren't staying in that room.
Yeah, and so Marvin's like, I'm packing up. Well, actually, we didn't unpack. So he grabbed all the bags and he's like, I'm not calling back. He's like, I'm not calling them to come and get the bags. I'm bringing them myself. So we went downstairs to the lobby and we said, hey, we're not comfortable. We want a different room. So this is a man on a mission. In any case, he says, I'll look for a different room. But that process took quite a bit of time.
At least 30 minutes.
Yeah. So, he said housekeeping was checking the room, something like that. So anyways, we waited for him. So we're leaving.
Absolutely. Either they get us a good room that's clean and that's okay, or we're gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst rooms we've stayed in. So it's rustic, but really, really rustic. It's almost like glamping, but there is no glam. So it's supposed to be like luxury, but you don't really feel that at all. I mean, it looks like it's never been renovated. But I mean, the grounds itself, it's like you're in the jungle and it has like that feel to it. But the rooms are just not comfortable. So we're gonna go talk to them. Perhaps if there's a better room. If not, I think we're gonna be leaving.
So guys, we came to the front desk. It's right there. We asked to talk to a manager. There's no manager here. So I'm like, do you have a clean room that we can go to? They're checking, but I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, you'd expect to get a clean room from a property that's marketed by Marriott. Now, this is not what I would expect from such a big international brand. That's not good.
Now they escorted us to the new room.
Yeah.
So, we walked in and you can smell like, they had some products that were using, like some cleaning products, and it smelled a little bit better. It looked a little bit better as well, but it was dark. So we really couldn't see much. And the same lighting that we described earlier, the same things, very dimmed, very hard to see anything. So then Marvin went upstairs to take a look.
So I went upstairs, guys, and my goodness, I nearly got attacked by 3 raccoons. They were in the water and running across the roof, and they scared me a little bit because I surely did not expect that. But what I could see was that the upstairs pool, it has a plunge pool that's on top of the building. I could see it half filled, and I could just see the water looking filthy as well. And I saw the animals playing around and running around in it. I'm like, man, this is a mess. So guys, after about 45 minutes or so, they found another room for us. I went upstairs and there were raccoons in the plunge pool. Man, they need to clean the plunge pool.
All I heard was a scream. I was like, what's wrong?
Well, it's not a scream, but I was wondering what's all that shaking and splashing and stuff. They were having a field day. So now we have another room. But the thing about it is, we can't tell how clean it is. So we've been looking at it. I have a light on top of this, trying to see if it's a cleaner room. But so far it looks a little bit cleaner. But let's see here. All right, so what we're gonna do is stay here tonight, and then we'll see in the morning. But it looks clean enough to sleep on tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks clean enough for tonight. But listen, this is a false advertisement. Like, reality does not match the pictures on their website.
And in the morning, I went upstairs and I checked it out, and I could see, you see what's there. Animals, waste, and loose boards, and just a mess. It's like, nah. not gonna be swimming in this plunge pool. So it's actually a waste because it looks so pristine and nice online that you're like, it would be nice to chill, make some content, relax up there and Anne-Marie, but I wasn't gonna be doing any of that.
It's called Instagram versus reality.
Yep, actually, I'm gonna put the picture up, the pristine versus the non-pristine. So let me know what you think.
So the concept, nice. Like it was supposed to be this design hotel, eco-friendly, one with nature, which is great. I mean, the chalets, you know, outside they're beautiful. They're hidden in between the trees and so forth. Honestly, I feel like it's a story like when bad things happen to really good properties, because this property has so much potential. Like it's a nice space, you know, you have the jungle, the trees, you can hear the birds, even the raccoons. I don't care about the raccoons, but you can see all the wildlife. And the little huts, they're kind of cute from the outside, but it's almost like they haven't put any money back into the rooms to keep them fresh. They could put a little bit more money in renovation. I mean, maybe the pool party is really nice, or the beach club as they call it. They're supposed to be known for that, but as far as putting money back into the actual facility, I think it's a little bit lacking. Like, even look at these stairs. These are the stairs like going up to the rooftop, so all chipped, and you know, you even could use some power washing. I guess you have that antique look or rustic look, but I think up here, I mean, even the rooftop's supposed to have a nice pool. It has so much potential because it could be a really cool spot, but I mean, it's just that they really haven't like reinvested in the property. Like, look how nice this is. You're being surrounded by nature. So, but it was quite an adventure last night, but today it's a different story.
I have the art and stuff that's scattered, so that's really nice.
Yes, very nice. And you know, but in terms of like things like the furniture and you know the pools or maybe the steps, just really need some attention.
And the beach chairs as well, because those there, I mean, I see some of them, they were just in some bad shape, disrepair, moldy.
Yep.
Just not something that I would really lie on and relax. It's not a relaxing environment.
No, and it's not. This strip of beach is relatively small, but it's a nice stretch of beach. I think right now there are some sargassum in the way, but it doesn't really connect to the larger part of Tulum Beach. But yeah, so that's kind of how the beach area is. So and what they actually weren't cleaning up the sargassum.
No, because you can actually see sections that's older and sections are newer of the seaweed as well. So they weren't actually making a big effort of cleaning up, at least not over between the first day we got there and the second day of leaving. So we just decided it's time to go. Time to check out. We found a great hotel that we are right now, the Conrad Tulum. And I went to the front desk, told them that we're going to be checking out in a few minutes. And they asked me why. I explained the situation. And I would have expected a manager to try to reach out to me, but nothing. So went to the room, get the bags, and I took them back to the desk. And now we're checking out. They're like, hey, you know, would you like to have an upgrade to another room? I'm like, no, we're checking out. It's just not comforting. I asked to speak with a manager. No manager available. I waited 15 minutes and then it was time to go. You can see some of our conversations right here. I summarized it so I ensured that I remembered everything. So guys, it's a miss. Don't stay here. Go party there on a Saturday though, because I understand it's a really high place. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.